Anthropic just released a new Claude model, Opus 4.8, and in this video, I'll show you actually what changed, where to find the new effort control, and how to use it to get better answers. Now, here's the part that most of the coverage is skipping. The model itself is a small step up, but the setting that's shipped alongside it is on every plan, including the free, and it changes how good your answers come out. I'm Jamie, and let's take a look. Let's start with the model because that's the headline. Opus 4.8 is the new top Claude model, and it replaces Opus 4.7. The honest version is this is a modest upgrade. It scores a bit higher on coding and reasoning, and it's at the same price as before. So if you were expecting a giant leap, this isn't that. And I'd rather tell you straight than oversell it. You'll also see headlines that it beats other big AI models. Anthropic says it does on some tests, but not on all of them. On one of the major agent benchmarks, a competitor actually scores higher. Now, here's the thing to remember. Every company picks the test it wants to win to show off. So when any of them says, we're the best model, take it with a grain of salt. There's one change worth knowing about. Anthropic says this model is more willing to tell you when it's unsure instead of sounding confident when it isn't. And he actually measured it. So this new version catches its own mistakes far more often than the last one did. For everyday use, that's the kind of improvement you feel more than you see. Fewer answers that are wrong, but sound more certain. That's the model. Now here's the part you can actually use today. Alongside Opus 4.8, there's a new effort control, and almost nobody is talking about it. Now, quick note where we are. So everything I'm showing you is in the Claude app, the regular chat that you use at claude.ai, in your browser or on your phone. And to be clear, you don't need to be a coder for any of this. This is just your regular everyday use, writing, planning, getting answers. If you use Claude Code or Cowork app, the same control is there too, but I'll stay in chat for this since this is where most people are using it. You'll find it right here next to where you pick your model. It lets you choose how hard Claude works on a response. There's 5 levels here: low, medium, high, extra, and max. High is the default, and it's already at a strong setting. The simplest way to think about it: low is fast and cheap for simple stuff. High handles most of what you'll throw at it, and max is for the generally hard reasoning. Now, one honest note on extra, it sits up near the top, but it's really built for long coding and agent sessions that run for a half an hour or more, not a single chat answer. For everyday use, you won't notice much between extra and the others, so I'd leave it for the heavy technical jobs. There's also an adaptive thinking toggle on by default. What it does is let Claude decide on its own when a task needs deeper thinking and when it can just answer, based on how complex your request is. The effort level sets the overall intensity. This handles the moment-to-moment depth. Leaving it on is what Anthropic recommends. Let's actually see what it does. For this, I'll use a small coffee company as my example all the way through. Basecamp Brew, a craft roaster in the mountain town, getting ready to launch a new espresso blend called Ridgeline. You can see I gave it a number of things, like a budget of $5,000, telling it I have a part-time helper, an email list, and a farmer's market. I'm going to change this now to effort, and we're going to start with low. So I'm asking it to plan the launch. Let's go ahead and submit. At low, you actually get a solid plan. It lays out the months, tells me to lean on my free channel instead of just paid ads, and even sketches out a budget. So low isn't a throwaway. I want to be clear about that. For a quick plan, it's genuinely useful. Now let's run the exact same prompt again, this time on max. So we'll make that quick change on effort to max and submit. I have my low on the left and my max on the right. Now, here's the first surprise. The maxed answer isn't really longer. It's about the same size. What changed is how carefully it thought. Now, let me show you 3 places. Now, first, the framing. The low version over here, it says that my free channels are worth more than my budget. And if we look at the max version over here, it points out I'm not launching a company. I'm adding one product to a business I already run. That reframes the whole job. Second, and this is a big one, Max got something that low missed completely. It warned that a blend that tastes like a great regular coffee can turn sour or harsh as an espresso shot. So I should test it on my actual machine before spending a cent. That's exactly what an experienced person should tell you. The low version just said, get the roast right, and moved on. Third, Max told me the number one thing to watch, whether people come back for a second bag, and what to do about it, like adding a monthly subscription. Low just told me to lean into whatever's working. So that's the difference. Same question, about the same length, but Max thought deeper and caught the things that actually matter. That's what the higher effort buys you. There's a practical reason for the lower settings too. The harder the Claude works, the faster you go through your usage limits. So if you're on a free or lighter plan, the lower setting stretches how much you can do in a day. Think of it like this. You don't need your best thinking for remind me how to spell something. You save it for the work that matters. That's the move that match your effort to the job, and you get better answers where it counts and more mileage everywhere else. So that's Opus 4.8, a modest model upgrade and a generally useful new effort control sitting right next to it. Now, if you try one thing this week, open up that effort setting and run the same question at 2 levels. You'll see the difference yourself. One more thing to keep on your radar, Anthropic also hinted at a bigger, more powerful model called Mythos. It's coming soon. There's nothing to use yet, but I'll cover it when it lands. Thanks for watching this week on Teacher's Tech. I'll see you next time with more tech tips and tutorials.